What if the rest you've been taking is actually draining you? Not because you're doing it wrong or because you don't know how to do it, but because the kind of rest you need is completely different than the kind of rest I need or what everyone else needs. If you miss that, you'll probably spend years resting wrong, wondering why nothing helps. Hey, my name is Mihnea and I'm an engineer who spent years thinking something was wrong with me because rest, traditional rest, never worked for me. It turns out I was just resting wrong for my own brain. On this channel, we figure out how people actually work and not how they are supposed to. By the end of this video, you will understand why the same kind of rest that recharges, for example, your friend or your coworker, leaves you more drained. You will know what your brain actually needs to recover, and you will finally, hopefully, stop blaming yourself for being tired all the time. You've probably heard this one before. You need to take more rest, take a break. Have you ever tried meditation? And you nod when people tell you this, because what else are you supposed to say? So you try it. You take the 8 hours of sleep, you take the weekends off, maybe you even book that vacation, and then Monday comes again. And guess what? It's the same exhaustion and sometimes maybe even worse. Here's what nobody is telling you. Rest advice is built on a hidden assumption that rest works the same for everyone. It's pretty much saying that same as diets, they don't work the same for everyone. There's no one size fits all. Taking a bath works for some people. Don't get me wrong, we should all take baths. But for others, sitting still can be torture. Go out with friends, work for some people, but for others, that's not rest, it becomes work. Maybe tell someone clear your schedule, works again for some people, but for others, an empty calendar can be more stressful than a full one. The advice itself is not bad, it's just incomplete, and I'm hoping to shine some light on this. It's like telling everyone to eat more protein without asking them what they are hungry for. Some people are starving for connection, some are starving for silence, some of us need stimulation, and some of us need structure or jokes and fun around us. And if you feed the wrong hunger, what do you think it happens? You do everything right and still feel empty, and this becomes insanely frustrating. Here is what I wish someone have told me years ago. Your brain has a specific way it recharges, and it's not the same as everyone else. It's unique. Unfortunately, I had to learn this the hard way, probably same as you, unconsciously without even knowing about it. A few years back, I started dreading plans that I used to enjoy. Group dinners with friends started to feel like work. Even the good conversation left me tired. I thought maybe something is wrong with me, maybe I was burning out. Maybe I was becoming antisocial, depressed. Maybe I just needed to push through it, so I kept saying yes. Friends wanted to grab dinner? Yes. Weekend plans? Yes. I thought that being alone meant becoming lonely. And I thought rest meant being around people who care about you. I did all of this for a long time, and it got me even more exhausted. Not because the people were bad, I love them. Not because I didn't enjoy their company, but because my brain doesn't recharge that way. You know that feeling of relief when plans get cancelled? For me, that was gold. That was not me being a bad friend. That was my brain screaming for something I wasn't giving it, and I was not even aware of. It was silence, solitude, and time with no expectations, just me and myself. Turns out there's actual research on this. Different personality types have different psychological needs. What charges one brain drains another one. Some people recharge through connection. A fun dinner gives them energy. They leave feeling way better than when they arrived. Some of us recharge through action. Sitting still drains them. They need intensity, they need to take a risk, something that is happening. Some people recharge to structure, a clear plan, a finished task, knowing exactly what's coming next. And some people recharge through having fun and being around the fun people and joking around. And some people like me recharge through solitude. Every interaction, even the good ones, costs something. Silence, It was how I was getting it back. None of these are wrong. They are just different batteries. And guess what's happened when you try to charge your own battery with someone else's fuel or energy? That's the kind of tire sleep cannot touch, and it will not help with it. Do you remember what I said at the start? That rest you're taking, it's actually draining you? This is what I mean. And for years, I did exactly what rest was supposed to look like. And unfortunately, it got me even more tired because I was pretty much, if you want, charging the wrong battery. So, okay, that's all good explanation, but how do you actually figure out which battery is yours? Here's the shortcut I wish I had years ago. Please think about the last time you felt genuinely recharged, not just not tired, actually energized, pretty much feeling like yourself again. What were you doing right before that moment? Were you alone or were you with people? Were you busy or you were standing still? Did you finish something or did you escape everything? Were you creating something, joking around with people? Please believe me, this answer will tell you more than any self-care article ever will. If changing plans feels like a gift to you, probably you run on solitude. Protect your alone time like it's a doctor appointment, because for you it is one. If sitting still makes you restless, you probably run on action. Rest isn't a quiet weekend for you, it's doing something that gets your blood moving. If an empty calendar probably stresses you out, you most likely run on structure. Rest for you means knowing what's coming next and not just floating there in uncertainty. Let's see the vibe. And if you leave a group meeting feeling better than before, most likely you run on connection. Isolation isn't recharging for you, it's actually draining. There's no right and wrong answer, it's just your answer. And once you know it, you stop forcing yourself into the rest that doesn't fit. You stop feeling guilty for needing something different, and you stop wondering why everyone else around you, your friends, your family, coworkers, seem fine while you're still exhausted. Luckily, you're not broken, you're just running on a different kind of energy. Now you know what to look for, and please do so. So that's why you're still tired after resting. Not because you're lazy or because you're resting wrong, not because you're broken, but because you're charging your battery with the wrong kind of energy. The rest that works for your coworker or your friend, and I'm pretty sure is the person that gives you advice right now, it might be the exact opposite that you need in this moment. Now you know to ask a different kind of question. Not, am I resting enough? But the right question should be, am I resting the right way for me? If this helps you see exhaustion from a different perspective, please consider subscribing. I try to make videos about how people actually work and not how they are supposed to work. And if you maybe know someone who's been tired for a long time and they cannot figure out why, send them this video. Might be the thing that finally clicks with them, who knows? It's worth a try. If you really want to go deeper into the specific types of energy and figure out exactly which one you run on, I have a playlist right here. I'll try to link it somewhere here. See you into the next video. Till then, please take care of yourself. Bye bye.